The NASCAR Winston Cup Series goes from the high speeds of Daytona to the hometown track of North Carolina Speedway for the running of the Subway 400. I'm your commentator for the race and driver of the number 21 Rockwell Automation Chevrolet, Mikey McBlam. And it's time to put the racing back into the driver's hands. No restrictor plates, no drafting, and no holds barred. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rock. The engines have fired and the pace car leads us around the field for the pace laps. MRN will show you how they line up for the start.
And here's the starting lineup for the race. The 21 car, the NASCAR Winston Cup points leader, will be starting from the number 2 spot. In the second row are the Low Chevrolet and the Team Rusty Ford. Starting the race from row 3 are the Caterpillar Dodge and the Dodge dealers UAW Dodge. The fourth row has the UPS Ford and the Rubbermaid Ford. Starting the race from row 5 will be the DeWalt Power Tools Ford and the 46 car. In row 6 we have the 107 car and the Tide Ford. Starting from row 7 will be the 16 car and the 98 car. In the 8th row are the Target Dodge and the Ganassi Racing Dodge. In the 9th row we have the Dale Jr. Chevrolet and the Alltel Ford. In the 10th row are the Mark Martin Ford and the 142 car. Starting the race from row 11 are the Avalon Ford and the Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet. The 12th row has the Citgo Ford and the 63 car. Starting the race from row 13 will be the Sprint Dodge and the Kellogg Chevrolet. In row 14 we have the 1 car and the UAW Delphi Chevrolet. Starting from row 15 will be the 137 car and the Kodak Chevrolet. In the 16th row are the 132 car and the Home Depot Pontiac. In the 17th row are the Interstate Batteries Pontiac and the Dodge dealers UAW Dodge. In the 18th row are the GM Goodrich Service Plus Chevrolet and the Valvoline Pontiac. Starting the race from row 19 are the M&M's Pontiac and the 27 car. The 20th row has the 26 car and the Square D Chevrolet. Starting the race from row 21 will be the 31 car and the America Online Chevrolet. And finally, starting from the rear of the field will be the 131 car.
And that's how the 43 cars will line up for the Subway 400 here at North Carolina Speedway. It's time to get the race at the Rock underway. Here we go, DW.
All right, boys, let's go racing. It's Sunday. Boogity, 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 boys.
Pushed up the track a little bit. That allowed Jerry Mayfield to get a big run off of 2. Rusty Wallace is right behind us as we fall back to second. We're going to try to look to the inside of Jeremy Mayfield as we're going to battle side by side to complete lap 1. Already some hard racing going on here at the Rock. Ooh, contact with Jeremy Mayfield. Ooh, some more contact going on back there. Ooh, Jeff Gordon gets into us just a little bit. Mayfield battles back on the outside. That contact with Jeff Gordon slowed us down a little bit. There goes Rusty Wallace also trying to get by as we come down to block Jeff Gordon. Battling side by side with Rusty Wallace for the second spot. Rusty Wallace looks to the middle. He's going to try to make it 3 wide for the lead here at Rockingham. Can't quite get there as we go to the inside of Jeremy Mayfield, battling side by side off of 2. Can't quite get the run. Advantage to Mayfield and Rusty Wallace. Rusty Wallace looks to Mayfield's inside. He's going for the lead here at Rockingham. Kurt Busch has worked his way up into the top 5. Jeff Gordon falls back to 5th. Ooh, more contact with Jeremy Mayfield. Bottomed out at the track a little bit there. We're going to try to catch up to Rusty Wallace, see if we can get back up to the lead. But we can't really do that. Can't really do that with Jeremy Mayfield to our inside. He's racing us side by side. That's going to allow Rusty to pull away. We're trying to clear him, trying to clear Mayfield here. And, we bottomed out a little bit. That shot us up the track just a bit. That's going to allow Rusty to pull away from him just a bit more. As we're holding on to second so far. Mayfield's looking to the inside. We pulled off a big aggressive block. Kurt Busch was also looking to our outside, but he doesn't quite have the momentum to carry on that high side. As we're trying to dig about as hard as we can. He's looking to the bottom again. Ooh, contact. Here comes Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch is going to look on the outside. Ooh, contact with Kurt Busch. Some little casual rubbing going on. We're being aggressive here at Rockingham. Here comes Jeremy Mayfield battling back, trying to get back up to the 3rd spot. Rusty Wallace has pulled about a 1.5 second gap on us. Ooh, we shot up the track a little bit. Not sure what happened there. Got into Kurt Busch. That was not intentional. Boy, really trying to. We really got loose off of 2 that time. Had to use the whole back straightaway to catch it. Unfortunately, he got into us. Ooh, contact! Some big contact back there with Dale Jarrett, who's also moved up from 16th all the way up to 3rd now. But some big contact happened with Kurt Busch and Dale Jarrett. Now, Dale Jarrett's going to be faster than us, probably. We're not going to be able to hold him off for very long. But here he comes. He's looking. Jarrett looks high. We're going to come up to cover. He looks low. We're going to come down. He's all over our back bumper. I don't know that we can hold him off. He's going to try to get a run on the high side. Here he comes. Looking outside. We can't fight him off. Ooh, boys, really trying to save it here. Trying to save it. Look at Scott Wimmer. Scott Wimmer in the 46. Running up here in the top 5. We're trying to hold off 2 lanes here. Oh, smoker up ahead. Dale Jarrett loses his engine. We're going to go to the high side to try to avoid him. They're just going to stack up the rest of the field. He does manage to get down the apron. No contact had. But that's going to give us some breathing room. And let us kind of run some pace laps for a while here. Scott Wimmer not too far behind us. In that 46. But yeah, he's running up here in 3rd. That is awesome. And Rusty Wallace is checked out. He is 4 seconds ahead of us through all of that mess that's what's going on. He's got the hookup today. I don't know that we can catch him, but we are starting to pull a little bit of a gap on Scott Wimmer here. We just got the halfway on gas warning. And okay, so we've caught up a little bit. We're starting to catch up. But we're not going to be able to catch up to him for long, because after a while we're going to start to lose grip on this track. You're going to start to see that here in probably just a couple of laps or so. As you see, we're already starting to slide up off the bottom, coming off the turn. But we got some good straight line speed, some good speed in this car. 4.5 seconds, so yeah, he's pulled a little bit of a gap on us now. As you see, we're having trouble really starting to hold the bottom. Really having trouble keeping it down on the bottom of the racetrack, which is probably good that no one's around us. We got a semi-lucky break, but that was heartbreak coming down pit road just a few laps ago with Dale Jarrett blowing his engine. Which is kind of a shame because, I mean, he moved all the way up. He started 16th, I believe, and he moved all the way up into 3rd and moved into 2nd. And he was probably going to give Rusty Wallace a run for his money. Yeah, last year's points champion. Out of the race early here at Rockingham. And we're starting to get a little bit touch loose off, but that's only because we're starting to really lose grip on the tires. We really gotta slow down, back it up into the turns here. Ooh boy, oh, as you see there, we just have no grip. And shout out to What If Racing, because he made me do that. He made me pop the outside wall. That was all his fault. I've been watching too much of his races, and that's the results of it. I just popped the outside wall. Oh boy, you can't race up in that loose stuff. Like there's marbles up top, and at this track at Rockingham, you really have trouble up there. If you're gonna race up there, you're gonna have trouble, and it's just a matter of time before you just slide right into the wall. Oh boy, yeah, we're bottoming out a bit. That shot us up the track a lot more than normal anyway. Missed the setup on the springs just a little bit, but that just means we just have to go in just a little bit easier. We're probably pushing it just a bit too hard. And we just got to start taking it easy here. We pulled a pretty decent gap. But yeah, the lead has increased to 4.8 seconds. Pit stops are already happening. People are pitting early, trying to get some track position. We're going to come down around lap 20. As our tires are really starting to wear here, but that's just the nature of this track. Doesn't matter if you have stiff tires or not, like you're going to have some serious tire wear. The lead is now just over lead is now just over 5 seconds. Then that's a result. That's a result of just no grip. The grip has gone away, but we want to stay out a little bit longer than normal because we don't want to have that kind of tire wear at the very end of the race. We just got 20 laps to go. We're just going to come back here, try not to race these guys too hard. We're just going to kind of fall in line here and make our way down pit road. And oh my gosh, we just have no grip whatsoever. Wow. We were going in so slow, we still shot up the racetrack. So here we come down pit road. 50 miles per hour. I'll probably leave the tire wear where it is. Damage doesn't do anything. 16.8 is the estimated time. Let's hope that we get somewhere close to that. So the car's just a little bit beat up, but let's go pit crew. Let's hope for a good pit stop, clean pit stop, no mistakes. Let's try to get back out and away as quick as possible. Oh, might be a little bit slow. They didn't get around in time to make that 16 seconds. Looks like about a second slower. A second slower than estimated time. Not terrible, but not good either. So looks like we're going to wind up maybe... Okay, we're 15th right now, falling back to 16th. Tony Stewart's going to catch up to us. I believe that's him back there. That is. Couldn't tell if that was him or Scott Wimmer. Almost called him Frank Kimmel there. Leaders down pit road. We're going to unlap ourselves, looks like. And yeah, we go ahead and unlap ourselves. And we're going to shake out 12th. Alright, so we've fallen back quite a bit. We've lost some time. And we just need to start working our way back around these guys. And I believe that's our teammate back there, Kevin Harvick. And how about Harvick? Harvick started back in 35th. Both of our teammates started towards the back of the pack. And they have now... Well, at least Harvick has. Harvick has moved up. He's trying to make his way into the top 10. Because we're also trying to work our way into the top 10. Now, so good for our teammate here. Let's see if we can work together here and try to work our way around these guys. Yeah, I'm not really willing to let Harvick by, but I'm not going to race him super hard. Ooh, nice. Under 24 seconds, so that's faster than our... A little bit faster than qualifying time. Not sure what happened there. We just shot up the track into... It's like our car just sucked into Kurt Busch for a second there. Yeah, we got these new tires now. Got better grip. And I'm not sure I can hold off Harvick, actually. I'm not really willing to let him by. I want him to work with us, but I don't know if I can hold him off. I think he's just going to be too fast for us. There he goes on the outside. I'm not going to race him hard. You know, which is funny because Harvick and I used to have trouble back when I was running the 82. now that we're teammates, I'm trying to be a little bit more cordial towards him, and he's been towards me. We haven't had any issues yet. Yeah, we're still racing side by side. I think I'm just going to go ahead and let him go, because I think he's faster than us, so we're just going to have to... Yeah, because I don't want to be racing side by side and allow these guys to just really pose an issue for us. So we're just going to follow Kevin Harvick. We're going to try to follow him through the field as Ryan Newman's trying to make a little bit of trouble for us. Ooh, boy, Newman tried to get into us there. He tried to get to our bumper, couldn't quite get there. We're racing side by side with Tony Stewart. Tony Stewart tries to get a run on the high side. He does get that run. And I'm trying not to help Wimmer pass Kevin Harvick, but he's not making it easy. But Harvick gets a big run off of 4 and gets back around him. We're going to get to the inside of Kevin Harvick. Like I said, I don't want to race Harvick too hard here. And he's probably going to get another run on that high side because we're not good off of 2. 1 and 2 is not our strong point. And we've worked our way into the top 10. Harvick's running the high side. We're running the low side. That high side is really working for Kevin Harvick. We're going to try to maintain the top 10 as much as we can. And we're 6 seconds back. Good grief. That leader, Rusty Wallace, is checked out. I'm pretty sure it's Rusty Wallace out there, because he was pulling away. Ooh, we're almost 3 wide going into 3 and 4. Newman is trying everything he can to get to our bumper. Here he comes on the high side. He's going to try to get a run. Rocket Ryan and us side by side as we come to the stripe. We go side by side to turns 1 and 2. We get a better run on the bottom of the racetrack. We take advantage of it and manage to clear Ryan Newman. And we're just going to try to run our race from here. Ooh, boy, he's running it. Ooh, he got loose. He got loose. We pulled the block, and we got back around him. Here's our other Childress. Oh, that's not our Childress teammate. That was the 131 car, who's actually going to hold them up behind us. And hopefully here we can maintain and hold this top 10. I'm going to try to catch back up to my teammate here, see if I can catch him. Yeah, looks like I'm catching him a little bit. He's being held up by Jimmy Johnson, looks like. He's going to go to the inside of Jimmy Johnson. We go down into turn 1 and 2. We're taking it a little bit easier going into 1 this time, trying not to bottom out the car. So here we come. Harvick's gotten around Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson's looking back to the inside of our teammate, but we're not going to help him. We're trying not to help him get around our teammate. Ooh, oh boy, Jimmy Johnson slowed up a whole lot. We had to really check up there. We're not too happy with Jimmy Johnson. We're still bumping his back bumper, but that slowed us up a lot. Jimmy Johnson slowed up so much going into turn 1 that time. I'm not sure what necessarily happened, but unfortunately, that might have cost us a couple of spots. Now, Johnson is for position, but it looks like he has damage, and that's why he's not really running that well. So he might have had some trouble there, but probably shouldn't have been on the bottom of the racetrack. We're coming around. We've just under 5 to go. About to be 4 to go. No, 5 to go. This time by... Whoa! Slow car up ahead. That really caught me off guard. I believe that was Chad Chaffin. Yes, it was. Another car with trouble. Looked like he had trouble getting into 1. He was just slow. And I had to just brake, and that just messed up my entry altogether. Chad Chaffin's going to slow up that pack behind us, and we can kind of have some clean air to run some clean laps. As we've just said, we're faster than the leader, but that's probably because the leader is also dealing with lap traffic. I'm not sure if any of these guys up here are for position. Yeah, we're starting to lose grip a little bit, but not as much as we were earlier on. We don't have many laps to go, so let's see if we can work our way, looks like, to the inside of Kyle Petty, who's also a lap down. Also to the inside of the 107 car, custom car. I was pinched down a little bit, couldn't quite get the run. But we should be able to clear them in turns 3 and 4. We do, with a little bit of a slide job there. Catching up to The 98. I don't know who's in the 98 now. I don't think that's Casey Kane anymore. It might be. I might be. I don't remember. I don't remember if that's still Casey Kane or if that's someone else, but we managed to clear him off of 2, surprisingly. He's still looking to our outside, though, but we're going to definitely clear him in 3 and 4. As we come to the white flag, 1 to go for the leader, who I believe is Rusty Wallace, who is trying to get himself a win in this quote-unquote 2005 season. In the leadable round, turns 3 and turns 4. And I'm going to go ahead and call it. I'm going to say that's Rusty Wallace. And Rusty Wallace will win the Subway 400 here at Rockingham at North Carolina Speedway. And we are going to come home in 9th place. Top 10, looking good. As I said, Rusty Wallace the winner, Mark Martin 2nd, Sterling Marlin 3rd.
The yellow flag didn't fly at all in this one.
Yeah, and that can be physically exhausting to these drivers. Not only do the cautions give them a chance to catch up on the racetrack, it also gives both their minds and their bodies a little break. They have all got to be drained after that one.
The 21 car got a top 10 finish in this one.
When you think that there are 42 other drivers in this NASCAR Winston Cup race and you manage a top 10, that's pretty impressive.
Well, that's all the time we have today. Join us again for our next live broadcast of NASCAR Winston Cup Racing right here on the Voice of NASCAR, MRN.
Alright guys, so here are the race results for the Subway 400 here at North Carolina Speedway. Rusty Wallace is your race winner. Mark Martin comes in 2nd. Sterling Marlin, who is 2nd place in points going into this race, finishes 3rd, so he'll move up into the points lead. Dale Earnhardt Jr. finishes 4th. 5th is Matt Kenseth. 6th is Ricky Rudd. 7th is Jeff Gordon. 8th is Kevin Harvick, our Richard Childress teammate, who moved up quite a few spots. He's probably going to be the mover of the race, going from 35th to 8th place. And we come home 9th, and rounding out the top 10 is Tony Stewart, who also moved up quite a few spots from 32nd to 10th. So we have some fast cars started from the back, but they made it their way to the front. Actually, let me go up and check Dale Jarrett. Oh, no, Dale Jarrett was out of the race. Dale Jarrett's out of the race. I forgot about that. But yeah, okay, here are the rest of the results, where you pick out your favorite driver. Winner's purse of $157,000. 3 lead changes. Time of race 16:36. Average speed of around 143.3 miles per hour. And the margin of victory around 2.2 seconds. And let's see, as we got around Hornaday 36. Kyle Petty was going a lap down. Chad Chaffin also going a lap down. And there he is, Dale Jarrett. Last year's points, last year's championship. Last year's points champion, if I can say it right, last year's points champion, who finishes 43rd in last place after going out with a blown engine on lap 7. Alright guys, so here are the points standings so far. Sterling Marlin, as I said earlier, takes over the points lead. Mark Martin has now moved into 2nd place. We have dropped down to 3rd, only 17 points back, and 4th place is Dale Earnhardt Jr., only 20 points back. So the only really change of hands from last season to this season, right as of right now, Sterling Marlin is up here. Now, Sterling Marlin has been strong this year, so it's only the beginning of the year, yes I know, but still, it's going to be interesting to see how much of a contender he is towards the end of the season. Let's go ahead and look at the awards for the week. Jeff Gordon with the pole award. Rusty Wallace led the most laps, all charged up, as I said, goes to Kevin Harvick, our Richard Childress teammate. Like I said, moved up from 35th all the way up to 8th place. He also had the fastest lap of the race, no surprise there. I mean, he had to be. I don't know who this is. A. Smith is the rookie of the race, and the move of the race goes to Ryan Newman. So I don't know what that may have been, but I don't know. I feel like Kevin Harvick probably would have had some exciting passes to go through. And in a sense, I feel kind of bad for holding him up and everything. But rookie of the year is right now being led by A. Smith. Jay Moore is in 2nd, Chad Chaffin in 3rd. 4th is Todd North, and Mike Jacobs is in 5th. That's pretty much it. Those are 2 pole award winners for right now. No jackpot 5 right now. Chevy is leading in the manufacturer points, so no surprise there, but they are actually tied with Ford right now, who's Ford's in 2nd with 13 points as well. So And lap champion right now is Rusty Wallace. As we've only led 13 laps of the Daytona 500, Rusty Wallace has led over 35 laps. He led most of the race in Rockingham. So there's all the stats, guys. We're getting ready to head into Las Vegas Motor Speedway next week for the running of the UA Daimler Chrysler 400. Overall, good race. It was a good hard racing in the beginning. Car was a little bit of a handful at times, but I did manage to gather it back up and have some good racing towards the end. We did fall back quite a few spots, unfortunately. Like I said, we were running second for a while. We didn't have the greatest of pit stops. We had a decent pit stop, but not the greatest of pit stops. We should be getting around the 16-second margin now, but we're still not there yet. We're still not there yet, but we'll get there. We had a decent happiness bonus. I didn't show that. It was 666, but we did have a decent happiness bonus, even though it's like not a good number. And I do realize that I said that Dale Jarrett finished 7 laps. No, he finished 11 laps. I was looking at 7th place when I said that, and meant to say 11, but I said 7. So, but overall, good race. I enjoyed it. It was nerve-wracking going in here. I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out, but we managed to squeeze out a top 10 finish. Probably could have had a little bit better if we had a little more laps on to run some of these guys down and contend with some lap traffic and everything. But hey, we qualified outside pole. That's not bad. So that means next time when we get here, we're going to be better and start racking up some more poles and everything. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed that race. I certainly did. I said it was a little stressful in the beginning, especially when Dale Jarrett blew the engine. That was a little bit scary. But yeah, I had some decent finishes. We've had some decent finishes so far. So let's go ahead and see if we can keep that momentum going into the rest of this season. Let's see if we can be a contender. I want to be a contender. So yeah, guys, thank you guys for tuning into the NASCAR Thunder 2003 Let's Play on McBlam Racing, part of McBlam Entertainment, where we try to bring a little bit of enjoyment to your day every day. If you enjoy these races, I do them every weekend following the Monster Energy NASCAR season. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you at Vegas.